Hi everyone, David here with Marketing Sense. Today I'm going to show you a super easy way to send our newsletter to a group of your contacts. Sending a professionally prepared, customer-focused newsletter is a highly effective marketing method that's been long proven, and it provides tremendous benefits. Some of those benefits are engaging your contacts, introducing new products, building your brand, creating curiosity, and ultimately leading to increased sales volume. But it all begins by initiating a conversation which ultimately leads to developing relationships, the key cornerstone of our industry. So sending our newsletter is a very simple two-step process. Step number one is to define your target audience. Here we are in the Contact Manager. You'll notice on the left-hand side our folders, and below that are saved searches. This is how we're going to define our target audience. Using our folders and using saved searches, this is how you can organize your contacts by contact type and define our target audience. Now, if you're not familiar with using our folders and using our saved searches, please make a note. Under My Account, Video Tutorials menu item. We have a video tutorial on each, creating and managing folders, as well as using our saved searches. So step number one is to define our target audience and group the contacts together that we want to send our newsletter to. And we do that here in the Contact Manager. Next, we'll move to step number two, which is sending our newsletter. Under the Marketing tab, select Broadcast Tool. This is step number two, sending our newsletter. Let's create a new broadcast. Here you'll notice the same folders that are located in our Contact Manager, and also below that, the same saved searches. So in step number one, we define the target audience that we want to send our newsletter to. We group them together, and we put them in either a folder or a saved search. Here, we're going to actually select that group of contacts. So for the purposes of this example, let's select our newsletter saved search. We can further define our broadcast if we wish by date or area code or zip code, but we're going to skip that for the purposes of this illustration. Here we are. Now we're ready to send our newsletter. So we will select from the drop-down menu the current newsletter, January 2020, Catching Dreams and Stinky Shoes. And here we go. Our newsletter is already prepared for you. You'll notice everything is already populated. The subject line is ready to go, as well as all of the content. In this particular newsletter, we have a featured essential oil, Dreamcatcher. Below that, we have an essential oils tip for Stinky Shoes. We have some inspiration, followed by a great gift idea, who doesn't love chocolate? And then ultimately culminating in the call to action, the most important part, and that is getting in touch with you, the sender. Remember, the entire focus here, the call to action, is to create conversations which will lead to developing relationships. So this newsletter is fully ready to go and tested for you. Now you're welcome to edit it if you wish, but you certainly don't have to. And one of the most effective elements to a newsletter is to be value-driven and concise. Super long newsletters tend to have low readability. So we want to drive value home to our contacts, and we want to keep it really concise and really short. In this case, less is more. So the newsletter is ready to go. If you'd like to edit it, you're welcome to. If not, scroll down to the bottom and we'll continue. We now have two options. We can send the newsletter immediately to our contacts, or we can schedule it for a future delivery. We're going to go ahead and send our newsletter immediately. And that's it. Step number one is to define your target audience, and you do that in the Contact Manager using folders and saved searches. Step number two is to send your newsletter, and we do that using the email broadcast tool. Super easy and super effective. I hope you found some value in watching this short tutorial today. Thank you very much for taking your time, and make it a great day.